Last year, I finally fulfilled a dream of mine I'd had for a long time, which is to be in community theater, and I acted in A Christmas Carol. I played a couple of different roles in that, and it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. It was the easiest of all types of plays. It was actually called Reader's Theater. I didn't even know that was a thing, where we actually have the scripts with us on stage and we read from it. It was just a first production for our new company. So now they've done a couple more productions, and they are currently in production of a new one called The Little Princess. And I thought I had kind of gotten it out of my system, and make a long story short, to stay under my minute, I'm back in sort of unplanned doing a couple of roles. And this time I had to sort of expand. I have to do a British accent, which I'm horrible at, and a French accent, which turns out I did pretty darn well. I'm not used to being duped. I was sort of Inspector Clouseau in this thing. But what I want to talk to you about is what I learned in stage acting that I wish I had known 30 years ago. And I'm learning a lot about stage cues and blocking, which is, where you're standing for things. And I thought I was pretty aware of all of that. I would try to be very, camera savvy. Where's the photographer? Where's the videographer? But I really learned a lot of stuff in doing this. So I highly recommend, if you have a chance to take either an acting class or to be in any kind of a production that is professionally done. It doesn't have to be Broadway, but professionally done. There's so much to be learned, and there were a lot of little things. There's a scene that I'm in where I'm in a big snit as a French tutor. And so as I do this, I'm using, let's probably look backwards here, I'm using my right hand, which is downstage toward the audience, right? And I'm doing this, and I'm making this thing. I win its way up and down and in and out and all around the city. And I'm pretty proud of how I've put this whole little thing together. And then the director says, use your upstage hand, which is away from the audience for this. And I had a beret that I put on at the end, and the beret in my left hand specifically, so I could sort of bring that out and put it on at the end. But what I didn't think about was, through all of this, it would have been this effect. So you're the audience, and I'm doing all of this, and as I am making all this happen, you see how I'm blocking off my face. But if I did it like this, so it's like it will wend its way up and down and in and out and all around the city, and then I'm able to turn to the audience this way and have everything be, the correct direction. Didn't even think about that stuff before. So there's another scene where I hand somebody a letter, and it's in my inside breast pocket, and I hand them a letter. It's as a different character. And same sort of a thing, and then one of the actors actually gave me this direction to use the other hand. And I thought about it, I was like, gosh, that was so simple. Think about when you're at your events, it's things as simple as handing a microphone to somebody. Where is upstage, where is downstage, right? So downstage is toward the audience. So if your audience is this direction and you hand a microphone across like this, right? It would be better if you handed it like this, right? With your upstage hand. So if you have a chance to be in a play, do that. If not, listen, the internet is your friend, man. Google stage cues and blocking and look at some of this and watch how it's done. I wish I had known this stuff earlier. I thought I was pretty good at it, but I've discovered, and I'm at, on a scale of 1 to 100, the play that I'm in right now, last year was a 1. This year I'm up to a 4 on a scale of 1 to 100. Like I'm just a novice. I'm still drinking from a fire hose, learning this stuff as I go. But already I've learned things that would have helped me a lot as a wedding entertainer. So hope that helps, and see you next time. Look, I came in under a minute.